we've been on a journey of self-discovery, finding ourselves. What is infrared? Where are we? Where are we at, right? And there was a huge overcorrection when it came to our dealings or our fighting with the pan-leftists, and that's the new word we use to describe them, the pan-leftists. There's a lot of overcorrection in our community. We tended to overlook a lot of the right-wing ideologies, people who are coming from the right, who are kind of transitioning over to us. We were very forgiving. To an extent, we still are, to an extent. There was a lot of things we decided to overlook because that wasn't the primary contradiction. But we're no longer in a position of fighting I keep repeating this. The pan-leftists are no longer the primary contradiction. I just blocked them now, right? We've gotten to a point we don't need to prove how we're distinct from them. Because we spread the MAGA communism slogan so far and wide, because we succeeded in cementing that as its own thing, we don't need to prove that we are distinct from the pan-leftists anymore. It's done. Now we can focus on the positive aspects of infrared and what we're trying to build in the positive sense. And part of what that's going to be is a level of maturity. You know, this has been for a long time. I'm not saying we're going to stop joking, we're going to stop with the humor and stuff, but we're going to be starting to crack down. We're going to start cracking down on a lot of the stupid, edgy behavior of some of the people in the community, particularly when it comes to women in the community. I'm not talking about your general views on women. That's your own business, that's your own opinion, but you know, specifically this thing about random women coming into Discord and then people fucking taking out their private grievances on them. Strangers, yeah, we're not going to tolerate that anymore. Infrared is not a parochial, comfy zone. I want to clarify something, right? We are not groypers. We are not groypers. You know what I mean when I say we are not groypers? What I mean to say is that we're our own thing. That is a completely separate phenomena that has nothing to do with us. And I want to be very explicit about this. All that stuff from 2016, all that alt-right stuff, I don't know what your background might be, where you came from. Doesn't matter, we're here now. But all that stuff from 2016, you're going to have to leave that shit behind. Because we're looking toward the future now. And there's no room for failure. There's no room for incompetence. There's no room for this old, musty, dusty nonsense. Infrared is a groundbreaking, completely brand new, shining, polished. It's like that shit from that SpongeBob episode where they go into the future, all right? We're not here to go back into the caveman or whatever, that primitive shit where they were in the jungle or whatever. We're going into that shit in SpongeBob where they found themselves in the future, you understand? Shiny, chromatic, you understand? And you can have whatever private views you want. I'm not saying you got to compromise that. And I'm also not saying there's something wrong with banter, especially, you know, with your friends. Banter with your friends. Be as sexist and racist as you want. Who gives a fuck, right? It's not serious. But when it comes to how you behave and interact with strangers, you got to act professional. You got to act courteous. You got to have some good faith. And you can't just be, you know, you can't just be treating this like I'm not a fan of that whole aesthetic of like, oh, we're going to get comfy and we're just going to make this comfortable for your own particular parochial, you know, background and make it comfy for you. It's like, nah, this shit ain't comfy, motherfucker. Only the toughest and the strongest are making it out into this future. You understand? Got no room for that weakness. Got no room for that. Oh, girls have cooties. I mean, ain't got no room for that. You understand? Man the fuck up. That nonsense. We don't have to, we're not going to be a corporate HR department, but we're also not going to be on some man-child shit, internet gamergate man-child shit. I don't know what the fuck to call it. That's them anime profile pictures. You understand? That's what the whole anime, is that what you are? Don't be an anime profile picture in all but form. You understand? We're a completely different, separate thing. We are future-oriented. We got that infrared vision beyond the visible spectrum. You want to know what that means? It means you have to start filtering yourself. I'm so fucking sick of hearing about drama, people bitching and complaining about being banned from the Discord. You want to know why you got banned from the Discord? Because you didn't put on a filter. We're not asking you to change your opinions. That's up to you. I can't force you to have an opinion that you don't want to have. But what I can force you and command of you is to show some fucking discipline, especially on Discord, where there isn't any free speech and it's not even our fault. You understand? Have a damn filter. And by the way, it's a good skill to have in life. When you go and meet people from other countries, you can't be so comfortable where you're just going to act however the fuck you want to act. You have to have a filter. You have to have a sense of formality and professionalism. Because guess what? Not everyone shares your culture. Not everyone shares your specific background. Not everybody is like you. And we're never going to be like those right-wingers. You understand? Because all those right-wingers, and it's only a tiny minority in the community trying to be inspired by that. I'm not saying the majority of you are at fault, but there's a minority. Let me explain something to you guys. Those right-wingers, as comfy and warm as they are with, oh yeah, we're all the same race and culture, we all come from the same background, we totally get each other, and we have this, they are the most cannibalistic, vicious motherfuckers on earth. The amount of backstabbing, the amount of doxing and swatting and fucking shit they do against each other, it's crazy. It's even more than leftists. Those people are trying to kill each other all the time. We're not having that, all right? That whole, when you try to act like a man-child and conform the world to your familiar sensibilities, guess what? We're here to deal with the alienation. You know what I mean? We have to confront the alienation. What do I mean by the alienation? What was Marx's slogan? Nothing human is alien to me. AI is alien and scary. The future is alien and scary. Guess what? We're fucking embracing it. And we are confronting it with our sober senses, accepting the inevitability of the future. It cannot be stopped.